you've had the aha moment about processes. What are some of the top things you've learnt as sales have become more technology rich and enabled? What are the top two or three things you'd recommend to people? And you're concentrating more on the B2B sales space, aren't you?
Yep.
What are the top two to three things that we could leave with our listeners that you think are really, really important that you've discovered in your 16 years?
Sure. So when the two big things that we work with all our clients on is when we're writing the content for the emails, that we always and sometimes it's like we have to force their marketing team to do this, but we need to have them written from the tone and voice of the salesperson.
Right.
So the marketing team has to understand how the sales team is actually talking about stuff and what phrases they're using when they're in front of the client. Marketing likes to use all the value propositions and all the marketing phrases they came up with that they've tested and that they really like. But as salespeople, we really don't ever use those when we're actually in front of the client. We found ways to communicate them that get the client to say, "Oh yeah, totally, I completely get that," and get them to be nodding along with us. And marketing needs to understand those types of phrasing so that they can use those in the email. My one of my clients, and he's now my business partner, we when we do automated emails for him, we would leave out commas because he was horrible at putting commas when he wrote. And I would usually leave like at least one misspelled word. And it would be funny because his grammar is atrocious, and he knows it. But
Right.
it would be funny because then I'd have marketing people who are on our list who would reach out to me. It's like, you have a misspelled word. I'm like, I know. It's this one. I did it on purpose. And there's also three commas missing. And it would just completely drive them nuts. But it sounded like Donnie. And we would have people who would hit reply on the emails because it sounded like him, and they would do stuff because they thought they were communicating with Donnie. And
Right.
that's the purpose of these emails, is to get them to engage. So if you're going to do sales automation, it's got to sound like it's coming from your salesperson or your sales team. And it has to be segmented out so that if I'm working with Jeff and Jeff's my sales guy trying to sell me stuff, the email I get says from Jeff, and it's from at Jeff at, and it's his email address that it's getting sent from. So it looks like I'm getting it from my sales guy. And I'm not getting confused because why am I getting an email from Jackie? Who's this Jackie person?
Exactly.
So that is really key. It's got to be tone and voice for the salesperson. And then your automation tool has to be tracking your clients, your prospects' behavior. You need to be able to show, yeah, they're clicking on this stuff. They're clicking through this email. They're visiting these websites, because that is key information to share with your team. If I'm working with a client and I think we're still in kind of the needs analysis situation, and I get notified that, hey, they're checking out our pricing page.
Yep.
They're actually looking, and they've been at this plan page 3 times in the last week. That's really a big signal for me that they've jumped ahead, and I need to reach out to them.
Yep.
So, that is really key. You need to be tracking that and have some sort of notification set up so that you can let the salesperson know, hey, number one client in your funnel visited these pages in the last week, and they visited this page 3 times. So this might be someone you want to talk to and reach out to and see what's going on. And then that allows them to have that authentic engagement with them and kind of have some visibility into what they're doing when they're not in front of them.